Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today is Tuesday, February the 10th of the beautiful year 2026. And after yesterday, day off, we are back with the 2026 Paldas Cup round of 32 action. And today, the first session of the two players whose nicknames start with the letter S. SHUICHI from Germany and SCAMPER from the United Kingdom. SHUICHI, very well known paceman, gets some good paces here and there, and SCAMPER, who hasn't been active for a while but decided to come back for this tournament. And I'm really curious how well prepared is the British player for this tournament. So today the first session, the match will then conclude later this week. So before we start the action here, maybe let's take a look what happened in the tournament so far. We have some matches already finished in the round of 32. The closest one so far was the match between Mörke and Weisbrot. Our seed number one had to play all 19 games in the round one to beat Weisbrot, and yeah, Murke is still alive in this tournament. Then we can see a bunch of American players already in the round of 16, Le, James and Cobra. The first pairing of round of 16 is known already as Tugi will play against Hepta, and the last from looking from top to bottom, but the first who actually did it, so the first player who got the qualification spot to the round of 16 is Gunther. And you can see we have also some matches that are with their first session done. Elias versus Dobre and Hanna versus Adam Irish. In both cases 9-0 lead for the higher seed. And yeah, we will continue the matches later. And Adam Irish unfortunately is injured, so yeah, we might need to wait a little bit for the Irish player to be able to come back. And Elias and Dobre are scheduled for the next week, so then we will conclude. So as we say about some word about our schedule, yeah. So here we have the sessions that are confirmed by the players. So today, in a few minutes, SHUICHI versus SCAMPER. Then tomorrow, yeah, you won't hear me that much because I have to play my match against the other British player, Sam. Then on Thursday we'll have more matches. First session between Ro32 and SCHUICHI, so the battle of the Polish player. Then we will conclude the match between SHUICHI and SCAMPER at 17 UTC, and then we'll have the evening matches at 20 UTC, AV Geek versus Jesper, and at 22 UTC, Michu versus Blue Scooty. So then, yeah, more American players will be here in this channel. I will conclude my match with Sam on Friday the 13th at 16 UTC. And then the next session scheduled is the conclusion of the match between Elias and Dobre on Monday, February the 16th at 21 UTC. Ro32 versus SCHUICHI will conclude their match on Tuesday, February the 17th at 18 UTC. But other matches are in the scheduling process, so as soon as we will have the confirmation from the players, the matches will be added here as well. So, what are the rules for this event? We play level 18 starts only, no line cap. SPS, controller and handcam are mandatory for this event, and we play reroll seat every game, so the players will get brand new set of pieces before the start of the games. The format of the event: we play the preliminaries and round of 32. We play in a best of 19 format. We play this in two sessions, 9 games in session number 1, and then the remainder of the match in session number 2, up to 10 games. And hello Jedi Ivan, welcome in the chat. Yeah, this is gonna be a good match, I hope so as well. Yeah, and then as you can see from round of 16, the matches will be in longer formats. You see the whole breakdown on your screens. Each session is played on a separate day, so yeah, this is also here here the case as we play the first session today and the second session in 2 days. And our heroes of the hour, SHUICHI, one of 11 players who were able to cross 700k in comp 703, current real rating of 1773. As mentioned, SCAMPER wasn't active for quite a while, is now coming back, but what we know from the past that his comp PB is 613,000 and the ELO rating is at 1641, which means over 130 ELO points difference. So SHUICHI, according to ELO odds, is 68 to 32% favorite to win this match. But yeah, as mentioned, this is a big question mark. How well prepared is SCAMPER for this event? Yeah, so guys, this is round of 32, session number 1. So we played 9 games today. No matter what the match result will be, will it be 5-4? Will it be 9-0? We play only 9 games today, and the rest of the match will be concluded on Thursday. So the scheduled time is on our clocks. So let me check if the players are alive. I see that the players arrive, and SCAMPER, if you can hear me, a camera adjustment will be necessary on your end, as we cannot see your controller, we cannot see your hands. So please make sure to make the adjustment before we start the match and we fulfill the rules. And welcome back, SCAMPER. Nice to see you after a longer break from PAL. Oh, and we see that SCAMPER is enjoying a very nice level 19 action. 77 lines in warm-up. Did SCAMPER train more? Might be the case. This 19 play looks really nice. Oh, but doesn't get. And hello, Ivan. Welcome in the chat. SCAMPER, I'm not sure if you've heard. The camera adjustment is needed. We need to see your hands and your controller where you're playing. We can see neither of them, so please make the adjustment so that we can start your match. Womp Kroczka. Okay, so SHUICHI. Oh, SHUICHI is having a. SHUICHI is having like also. Oh, this is a camera. Probably needs to be just a little bit more to the. Oh, I think you're going the right direction. And SHUICHI is enjoying a pretty good. Oh, now it should be good. Yeah, thank you very much, SCAMPER. Now it does the job. So yeah, you're ready from your end. And yeah, I'm also ready to give you the pieces for game number 1. SHUICHI has also a very decent transition trainer game. When the level increases every 10 lines, but still reaching level 33 in this transition trainer thing. This is also some kind of a good achievement. So it looks like our players are pretty well prepared for today. I hope they can transfer this thing to the actual match. And yeah, I will give you the pieces just in a second. Hello SHUICHI, welcome. And SCAMPER appears. on the screen, and then yeah, we'll be able to start your match. Double max out possible. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, and Scamper is there, Shuichi is there. So here is your seed for game number 1, which is 82-27-9D. 82-27-9D is the seed for game number 1. Okay, so guys, before we start the match, I also checked in the database. The players played against each other in the past. It was back in 2024 in October, and this match was won by Shuichi 5-3. So, Shuichi 1-0 ahead in the head-to-head action. Now it's time for a Scamper to bounce back. Let's find out what will be possible. The players are ready, so game number 1 of this match starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, and of course, good luck, have fun from both players. Good luck, have fun from my end to the players as well. Yeah, and let's see what we can see in the first 9 games today. We have 82-27-9D. Yeah, the seeds are correct. So we are officially in game number 1. And I remember the day when the pairings of round of 32 were drawn, and I was kind of surprised that Shuichi was happy to get Scamper in round of 32. So it looks like Shuichi likes challenges. Oh, and Shuichi gets the long board, this will help. Okay, so as for now, Shuichi with a little bit of an advantage, 80k for the German player, 40k for our British competitor. And both players with some inaccuracies to address. But it looks like both are doing well. Oh, but Scamper misdropped the S piece. So this will force him to burn even more lines. 88 for Shuichi, 52 for Scamper. And apropos about double max out, Ivan, yeah, I spent my my money from the old Lulpok times when we had this max out jackpot. I promised to spend it on a big tournament, and yeah, you can see those $500 from my portion are already invested here as the prize pool for this event. We have 23 other dollars from the other donators, and yeah, it's also a good moment to remind you guys that we have a Macharino for this event, $523 as for now. And if you want to make the prize pool bigger, the link is in the chat. Currently, this prize pool allows us to pay the top 8 of the event. If we reach $1,000 or more, then the top 16 players will be paid. Yeah, unfortunately, double max out without any extra money, but maybe there are some people in the chat who would like to sponsor some kind of a prize for a double max out. Would be cool. 275 for Shuichi, 161 for Scamper, so over 100,000 points advantage for our German player. Scamper couldn't fight the proper pace from the beginning. Now he's over 100k behind, and Shuichi is enjoying a pretty good lead already in game number 1. Yeah, we still have almost 50 lines to go before transition, so if Shuichi has a little bit of a slowdown, this might be a chance for Scamper to reduce the deficit a little bit. But if not, if both players play at the same, Tetris rate from now, then Scamper will need some 19 play. And we saw already in the warm-up that Scamper can play 19 and knows how to play 19, but of course 19 in a practice game is totally different thing than 19 in comp. 439 for Shuichi, 287 for Scamper. Scamper with a nice dirty Tetris. Oh, nice adjustment to accommodate the OPs. Shuichi with another Tetris, 462 at 108, now 484 at 112. So Shuichi, yeah, with a very, very nice game number 1. And Scamper. yeah, just that's a good one. If Shuichi loses, it's not going to be from the lack of pace. Yeah. 507 for Shuichi, 530 at 120 lines, Scamper at 382 at 117. Oh, and Scamper, in case you forgot, I take the live stats from match, so yeah, I wish you to top out as late as possible, but whenever it happens, please stay on the top out score, so that it's like easier for me to note your score and your lines. So yeah, please stay on the top out score. Both players on transition, 550 for Shuichi, 450 for Scamper, so we are still about at this 100k difference, and we have our first 19 race of the day. And it looks like our players are trying to do their best. Hello Venkos, welcome in the chat. Yeah, these are the players who know how to play this game. Oh, and Shuichi's board is getting higher and higher, and this might be the first chance for Scamper. And Shuichi tops out at 569, so Scamper, you have a target 570. 570 is your target. And this is a very oh, and Shuichi and Tolstoy, sorry, banning guys, sorry, thank you very much Tolstoy for the help. Oh, and Scamper's board is getting higher. Okay, but gets the piece over. Scamper tries to stay alive, but unfortunately it won't be possible. Scamper tops out at 492, 060. Shuichi's 18 play makes the difference, but Scamper already showed in game number 1 that he's not afraid to play a level 19. Shuichi takes game number 1, and it's 1-0 after game number 1. A very nice start to this match. So let's give the players some pieces for game number 2, and the seat will be c5, a3, e1, c5, a3, e1. Oh, by the way, Tolstoy, you are here in the chat. Maybe you can share some info. Are you going to a capital city of Austria? I saw you asking something in the Austrian Discord. Have you made a decision? c5, a3, e1. This will be the seed for game. I have not planned anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm staying with Shuichi, Dobre, and Shvid. We have already accommodation, and yeah, after tournament on Sunday we go to watch some ski flying live in Kulm Bad Mitterndorf. So not only Tetris but also some ski flying World Cup action. Okay, the players are ready. So game number 2 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. C5, A3, E1. Yeah, we are good. In game number 2 of this match. Yeah, we had a very promising, how do you say it? Game number 1. SHUICHI starts with 50,000. SCAMPER needs to regain control over the board, and it looks like it's going well. SHUICHI with 73,000, SCAMPER with 37. These are the opening scores for this game. But now SHUICHI is now dealing with a very interesting board, and this will require a lot of skill to survive it. And this is going to end very badly for SHUICHI. Unfortunately, SHUICHI tops out at 77. So, SCAMPER, 78,000 is your target. 78,000 is your target to immediately equalize the score after game number 1. Yeah, SHUICHI's board got out of control very, very quickly. And yeah, SHUICHI and SCAMPER are now 1 game each. SCAMPER reached the required amount of points, 94 to 50, and we are tied. It's 1-1. GG's. So, 2 games in. Here is the seed for game number 3, which will be 75-43 A8. 75-43 A8. And the players are ready. So game number 3 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 7543 A8. Yeah, these are correct. So we are good. Games in, 7 more to go today. And SHUICHI going for this center dirty center well, and was rewarded for it. Now, yeah, he's about to reopen the well, and SHUICHI is fine. SHUICHI gets another long bar for Tetris. 95 for SHUICHI, 91 for SCAMPER. SCAMPER with this improves to 114, so actually at the same line count, SCAMPER is about 1 Tetris ahead. Okay, now SHUICHI needs to reopen the well. Okay, and SHUICHI decided not to go for this long bar dependency, which was probably a very, very wise move. Yeah, only few burns, and SHUICHI is back in business and gets a long bar for a Tetris. 191 for SHUICHI after 43 lines, and 228 for SCAMPER after 41. So SCAMPER maintains this early lead over SHUICHI. And simul Tetris. So it looks like SCAMPER is now 2 Tetrises ahead. And as for now it's looking like a very nice and clean game for our British competitor. SHUICHI with one off the ground Tetris, but will sooner or later need to burn those lines, and probably SHUICHI is now doing it. He's coming back to the regular column 10. SCAMPER, he was forced to close the well for a moment. It is opening it, and oh, can't get a Tetris as for now, so a few more burns are needed for SCAMPER. And SCAMPER reopens the well and gets a longer for a Tetris. 334 for SCAMPER, 314 for SHUICHI, so SHUICHI was able to reduce the deficit by about one Tetris. We still have over 50 lines to go in this game number 3. Oh, and interesting T placement by SCAMPER, but it works perfectly, so probably this is an advanced stacking pattern which I have no idea of. 360 for SHUICHI, 383 for a SCAMPER. And SCAMPER with a nice dirty Tetris. 408 for SCAMPER, 413 for SHUICHI, so SHUICHI now pacing strongly, and SHUICHI actually gaining the lead in this game. This is not the big lead, it's about like 4,000 points. But yeah, you know, sometimes it's the game are won by a few hundred points, so at the end of the game every point matters. But as for now, as far as everything is like within one Tetris distance, is a very close game, and both players are doing a very good job. Around 20 lines to go before transition, and SCAMPER around one Tetris ahead still. Another Tetris for SCAMPER, 527, SHUICHI 508. Yeah, and about 10 lines to transition, so players be aware of it. We would like to see a 19 race between the two of you. And SHUICHI is preparing for a transition with a center well set up. Oh, but those pieces are not that friendly, and SHUICHI's board will be very challenging going into transition. SCAMPER's board probably as well. So it doesn't look that easy for both players. SHUICHI transition with 559, SCAMPER with 557. SCAMPER gets this piece to... Oh no! And SHUICHI wins the game by less than 1,000 points! What a close game it was! Oh my! 559 against 558. Oh my, 558, 9.4, 558.7, so 700 points, about one line. About one line, and hello Nitzrek, welcome in the chat. Yeah, I said it during the game. 4,000 points, sometimes it's like a few hundred points to decide the game, and this happened here in game number 3. Minimum dust killed me there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. This is the nature of Paldas, unfortunately. And yeah, those moments are the part of the game. Yeah, so 3 games in. And yeah, both players showed that they're pretty closely skilled for now. Will one of them be able to gain like a bigger advantage, or will we go a game for game? We're about to find out. And here is your seed for game number 4, which will be 51, 02, 24. So the favorite seed for the players. We all love to have those seeds with only numbers, with no letters. 51, 02, 24. I want some 2-2-2, says Jedi Ivana. Me too. So, if Scamper wins this game, we might have a 2-2-2. Will it be the case? Let's find out. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, and Shuichi is alive, saying, good luck with commentating, Shuichi. Hopefully you can commentate more than 700 points this time. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is like this kind of, I don't know, inside joke between Shuichi and Shvidr. They always wishing themselves the opposite they actually do. So for example, I had like Shuichi and Shvidr, a special guest in the commentary. Then they were wishing themselves good games and so on. But now when they are playing, they wishing themselves good commentary. So that you are not confused, dear viewers. 68 for Shuichi now improves to 91. Scamper with 10,000. So Scamper a little bit of a suffer start. The board is not high, but simply Scamper couldn't go for any Tetrises. So even the explanation made you more confused than without the explanation, right? So maybe next time I'm not trying explaining anything. That is on you, okay. So Shuichi 115,039 for Scamper. Shuichi gets another long bar for a Tetris, and it's 139. Oh, that's also cool. That's also right. 510, 224 is cool as seed and as a score. Yeah, 510. This might be a score that that gives you a point in a match. For Shuichi, 89 for Scamper. Tie on that score, yeah, would be cool. But as neither of the player is pressing down, yeah, we won't experience this kind of thing. So Scamper with 137, Shuichi with 236, so still is 100k advantage. And both players now need to skim few lines in order to, regain the control over the boards. And Scamper is back in business. Shuichi gets a nice dusty Tetris, so to speak. And Scamper is waiting for his Tetris and gets a long bar for a Tetris. And we still play a game where the German player has 100,000 points of an advantage. Need for schemes, high stacks. Oh my god. Yeah, that was actually good. Shvid. That was good. And I see that Ivan also likes it, so yeah. That was a nice one. 324 Shuichi to 44 Scamper. Oh, and Scamper's board is a little bit high. Oh, and get some shitty pieces for this board, to be honest. Now this will require a lot of skill. Can Scamper bring this down efficiently? Oh, this is now looking dangerous. And can Scamper do anything? This is very... Oh, this hits the T-spin, but unfortunately the board was too high. And Scamper tops out at 246, 620. And I'm afraid, guys, we won't have our favorite score. Unfortunately not, as Scamper topped out and Shuichi has more points. So it's not 2-2, it's 3-1. Shuichi, you are good. 104 lines with 400,919 points. Yeah, so Shuichi, another good pace. That was definitely 500k possible at transition. Yeah, so apart from this early top out in game number 2, Shuichi is a player who who is very consistent today. And of course I give the seed when I see both players, so don't get confused that the seed is not coming, just to make everything fair and so on. Players will get pieces when they are on the cameras, and here they are. So the seed for game number 5 is there. It says D1, A4, 9C, D1, A4, 9C. And the players are ready. So game number 5 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. D1, A4, 9C, D1, A4, 9C. Yeah, so we're good. Game number 5. After 4 games, Shuichi leads 3-1. Yeah, for those of you who might be new here in this channel, in this stream, today we play the first session of this match, which means we play the first 9 games, and we play in best of 19 format, so the first to win 10 games, so it's not possible to win the match in session number 1, no matter how well you played. The match will be played in 2 sessions, and the session number 2 for these players is scheduled for Thursday. So they will be back in 2 days to complete their match. And of course, today's session is the one to get as big advantage as possible going in to session number 2. Yes, we play the odd number of games. One of the players has to be in the lead after session number 1. Yeah, so the only possible scores we can have are from 5-4 to 8-1. for Shuichi, 140 for Scamper. And Shuichi will probably now build one of the ground. Scamper needs to address this one hole, or maybe also will play one of the ground. Scamper is currently ahead in points. This is about 70k lead. And Scamper is probably trying, no, he's not going for column 2, he's coming back to column 10. Shuichi's board is once again going a little bit high. Oh, and the misdrop of the O, and this is now a challenge. This is now a challenge for Shuichi. And this was unfortunately too big of a challenge, and Shuichi tops out. This is a 117 top out, which means Scamper is good. Scamper takes this game, and Scamper is only now 1 game behind. It's 3-2 for Shuichi. And Scamper tops out at 251, 940 GG's. And yeah, game number 6, so you probably need some pieces, guys. So here are there. EE, 1-1, E1. Oh, only E's and only 1's in the seat. Interesting, interesting. EE, 1-1, E1, oh my. Oh, we'll see him coming bad. Let's find out. Let's find out. Maybe we'll get a new comp PB Scamper and you prove us wrong. Let's find out. The players are ready. So game number 6 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, the board. I thought the board is not working, but it was a little bit slower. Comp PBE. Yeah. Grand top out of its city. Yeah, but what if the E stands for excellent? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so let's see. But of course, if the players are expecting a bad seed, they should be mentally ready to deal with this kind of situation, right? You shouldn't blame the RNG, or it doesn't work like it in Tetris. 69 for SHUICHI, 47 for SCAMPER, and SCAMPER gets another Tetris, SHUICHI as well. Yes, SCAMPER needed to fill this middle side of the board, but get two beautiful smash boys to do so. And SHUICHI with a Witz, and now regaining also the control over the board. 115 for SHUICHI, 117 for SCAMPER, so we are back to the neck and neck situation. Oh, and now SCAMPER, this is looking kind of weird. Oh, and this is challenging. This is now challenging for SCAMPER. It's doable, but SCAMPER can't get any bad pieces from now on. Okay. These weren't perfect pieces, but SCAMPER handles the board as for now pretty nicely. Not an easy board to deal with, but SCAMPER is still alive. Oh, and something to the left is now needed, and this is looking very, very bad for SCAMPER, and SCAMPER can't do anything more. And this wasn't an excellent seed for the British player. 133, 380 top out. SHUICHI was able to deal with the seed better. SHUICHI takes the game and leads 4-2. GG's. Maybe he stood for evil. Who knows? Who knows? 242, 832 is the score for the German player. Resident Evil, yeah. So, we are 6 games in to the session number 1 of this match. We have 3 more games to be played today. If SHUICHI can win one of them, SHUICHI will be guaranteed elite after the first session. Of course, SCAMPER, those things always happen. If you have stuck so high awful for one piece, this one piece comes always. This is classic Tetris, right? And your seed for game number 7, which will be 22A3C6, 22A3C6. And the players are ready. So the game starts. Game number 6. Game number 7. Sorry, my bad. 6 games in. Game number 7 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. A3C6. Yeah, the seeds are correct. So we're good with that. And yeah, let's see. The SCAMPER would like to win at least 2 out of remaining 3 games, so that we could have a very nice close score after session number 1. Yeah, but theoretically speaking, SHUICHI can also win in the next 3 games and be 7-2 ahead, so yeah, they will have a pretty wide range of possible outcomes. Of course, for the match dramaturgy, the closer the score is, the better. But yeah, for our players, the more comfortable situation before session number 2, the better for them, right? 93 for SHUICHI, 74 for SCAMPER. Oh, and Scamper's left side looked inaccessible for a moment, but got a long bar to lower the board, of course, with a Tetris. So hit 2 stones with 1 bird. Hit 2 birds with 1 stone. 145 for SHUICHI, 147 for SCAMPER. So we have 218 for SHUICHI, 177 for SCAMPER, 50 lines in. SCAMPER gets a nice 31. For a SCAMPER, 243 for SHUICHI. So we're halfway through level 18 and SHUICHI over 50k ahead. For now, both players are having a pretty efficient part of their game. And almost simultatris. And SHUICHI's lead looks like it's going higher and higher. It's currently 70k advantage. So the paceman is trying to outpace his opponent in this game number 7, and Le in the chat as well. Hello Le, welcome. Yeah, Le already completed his round of 32 match, so now is waiting for the opponent in the next round, and will play either against AV Geek or Jesper in the round of 16. For a 77 for SHUICHI, 429 for SCAMPER, but SHUICHI would like to see a good piece. Okay, the long bar helps, the other long bar helps as well, but the L piece, or right now the J piece, will solve all the problems, and here it is. And so we have 484 for SHUICHI and 475 for SCAMPER, so SCAMPER is chasing. And both players with Tetrises. SCAMPER is also like 2 lines ahead, but if SCAMPER can squeeze those 2 remaining Tetrises and transition with a very good board, we might see some interesting 19 action. SHUICHI 536 on 19. SCAMPER can transition with even higher score if the long bar appears. And here it is, SCAMPER transition with 547. So SCAMPER actually in the lead in 19. And we have our 19 race to decide who takes this game number 7. Oh, this was nice by SCAMPER, and the long bar would be a perfect piece for the British player, but the long bar does not appear, and this complicates SCAMPER's life very much. Something to the left is needed. SCAMPER can't get anything. SHUICHI, you need 560,000, and SHUICHI gets it. SHUICHI completes the chase down. We had a very nice game by both players, but SHUICHI once again is able to outscore a SCAMPER, and SHUICHI leads 5-2, and SHUICHI is guaranteed a lead after session number 1. SCAMPER, you fought well, but as you can see, your opponent can get some good, really good paces. And SHUICHI's final score in this game is 574-891. Okay, so we have 2 more games to go today. We know that SHUICHI will be in the lead, but how big will be the lead? 5-4, 6-3 or 7-2? It's all to be decided. And as soon as SCAMPER appears on the screen, the players will get their pieces for the penultimate game of the day. And SCAMPER is there. Here is your seed. 2E 8D 32 to E 8D 32. This is the seed for your penultimate game of session number 1. SHUICHI is ready. SCAMPER is ready. Game number 8 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. $45,611 for SHUICHI, $45,600 for SCAMPER. SHUICHI with some pushdown points. Oh, and now SHUICHI gets a longboard for a Tetris. And yeah, a few more good schemes and SHUICHI should be fine. 96 for SHUICHI, 115 for SCAMPER. Not Tetris for SHUICHI, but SHUICHI sacrificed the board a little bit, but going for this long bar dependency, and I need to spend one long bar to fill the dependency, and SHUICHI skipped the Tetris, gets another one. 147 for SHUICHI, 142 for SCAMPER, and SCAMPER's board is also climbing, but gets the long bar to the left. Long bar flat. Okay, so slowly but surely SCAMPER is trying to survive with, but this L misdrop, this is a pretty tough situation now to deal with. Anything to the left is needed. SCAMPER can't do anything more, and we have a very early top out from the British player. 147. 440 is the score, so SHUICHI is good. SHUICHI increases the lead in the match. It's 6-2. Yeah, this was not an easy situation to be, and yeah, the situation in the match is also getting harder and harder for SCAMPER. Luckily for the British player, this will be the final game of the day. If SCAMPER somehow can win it, 6-3 is not the end of the world. We remember the match between Merke and Weisbrot, where Merke was 6-3 in the lead. Then Merke won even the first game of the second session, was 7-4 in the lead. Everyone thought the match is over, but no. Then Weisbrot won 5 games in a row, and we had to play until decider. So every game matters. The streaks also can happen, even against the best player in the world. So yeah, you need to fight, guys, and we'll see what happens then. The seed for the last game of today will be 79EE3B, 79EE3B. This is the last game of the day. So guys, if you are not tired of playing Tetris, Feel free to mull in this game as long as you can, no matter what the opponent does. There are no other matches today, so if you are happy to play forever, feel free to do so. I'm happy to host it. So the final game of the day, SHUICHI did 6-2, and the game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 7-9 EE 3B 7-9. Yeah, we are good. And yeah, we'll see now what can happen in this last game of today. For SHUICHI, 46 for SCAMPER, so yeah, like next starts. On 17 for SHUICHI, 75 for SCAMPER. SCAMPER was forced to close the well, but finally gets the well open and gets a long board to lower the board. With a Tetris, of course, and another Tetris for SCAMPER. 163 against 122. And as the classic says, if you need to skim the lines, skim, but with 4 lines at a time, right? This is the best way to skim. 208 for SHUICHI after 40 lines, 169 for SCAMPER. So SHUICHI with a very, very strong opening of this game. There's even 4 letters in the word skim, yeah, you see? This can't be a coincidence, right? 259 for SHUICHI, 216 for SCAMPER, but now SHUICHI misdropped the L, and this will force him to burn some lines. Oh, and SHUICHI's board is climbing. And now SHUICHI needs to show us some magic, how to get out of situation. Oh, but this misdrop of the Z to the left will mean that SHUICHI tops out at 58 lines with a score of 265, 362. So SCAMPER officially, right now, you've won this game. But as I said at the beginning of the game, if you wanna play this game out, feel free to do so. You have the full right to do. You are safe. It's 6-3 for SHUICHI. So yeah, maybe this will be a confidence boost for you or something you can take away from this session number 1. Yeah, SHUICHI, you won 6 games, so the general picture of the session is pretty positive for the German player. Yeah, 3 games advantage. This doesn't guarantee anything, but it's always better to be ahead than behind. But a good thing also for the second session is that SCAMPER was able to win this final game. It's 3 games deficit, so yeah, if something good can happen to SCAMPER in the opening games of second number 2, maybe we'll have another decider. Who knows? Who knows what can happen in second session number 2? So SCAMPER currently at 453 at 102 lines. So this might be a decent game. For the record, SCAMPER's comp PB 613. For 84 at 112. Okay, Scamper decides to go a little bit more conservatively. And let's see, 500k plus score already. Scamper can get like 3 Tetrises from now. So this won't be a 600k transition, but with some good 19 play, who knows what can happen? Who knows what can happen? 554 and theoretically one more Tetris possible for a Scamper. And Scamper transition with 578. So let's see. Scamper can get 40k or more on 19. Oh, and Scamper goes for the Tetris. Scamper is going crazy and hangs the longboard and can't do anything more. 579. 220 is the score. But yeah, well done, Scamper. This game 579 is anyway your highest scoring game of the day. So good way to finish the session. And yeah, 3 games deficit, but definitely something. Yeah, you can try to capitalize on, and maybe some good things can happen in the second session. Let's find out. So we are done with session number 1, and here are the match stats after the very first 9 games of the day. SHUICHI 574, highest score. SCAMPER 579. As far as the losing scores are concerned, SCAMPER was able to play longer in the games he lost. SHUICHI's lost games were basically early dropouts. So this is what we have prepared for you guys today. Here is the updated bracket. Yeah, so we played the match B5, so the top match of the green part of the bracket. The winner of this match between SHUICHI and SCAMPER will play against James in the round of 16. As you can see, SHUICHI is closer after session number 1, leads 6-3. It's only 4 games to advance to the next round. SCAMPER needs to win 7 and can lose maximum 3. So the task is pretty difficult. But as we saw with the match between Merke and Weisbrot, those types of comebacks are realistic. So this is what we have prepared for you guys today. So let's take a quick look what's coming tomorrow at 18 UTC. I'm playing my first session against Sam. This will happen at 18 UTC with a commentary of Michu, and then on Thursday we'll have more matches. 16 UTC we start with the first session between Rurchak and Świdr. Then at 17 UTC SHUICHI and SCAMPER come back to complete their match. Then we go for a little bit of a break and we start the first session of the match between AV Geek and Jesper at 20 UTC, and then at 22 UTC Michu versus Duskuti. So this is the plan for the next days, guys. Yeah, there might be some exciting action going on, so I really encourage you to come and visit our streams. More matches are in the scheduling process, so as soon as they are confirmed, they will appear on this list as well. Yeah, thanks for the thanks, Nitzrek. Yeah, I'm always happy to be able to provide some action for you, to restream some action for you, maybe like this. And I think we'll go and check what's going on Stupid Challenger's Crunch. Stolen Shortsword is restreaming that, and let's see how well the players can deal with their challenges in the Crunch version of Tetris. And yeah, we'll be back then tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be playing, so yeah, I wonder how it goes. Have a pretty tough British opponent, but yeah, I'll try to have fun. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Have a nice rest of your day, of your evening, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.